Hey guys, this is Pete from CrunchTimeCoaching.com, and we are breaking down the Grigor Dimitrov Rafael Nadal match mid-match. Right now, it is 2-1. Rafael Nadal and Dimitrov is hanging even with him here in this fourth set. It's amazing, amazing tennis. This is incredible. The thing about it is so many people did not give Dimitrov a chance. It's like he has not even really entered the conversation being taken seriously to go all the way. I guess, just because he's been around for a while and he hasn't broken through yet. So you're kind of thinking, is he going to do it? And no one's really giving him a chance. But this is just like watching Federer versus Nadal. And I am so proud of Grigor Dimitrov right now because there has been so many opportunities to where, what usually separates the great players from just the regular awesome tour players, because everybody's awesome, he's had plenty of opportunities to fold, but he is standing toe to toe with Nadal right now, and they are producing some amazing tennis. Like, this is like vintage Federer, Nadal type stuff, but yet it's a completely different person, Dimitrov. So you have to give Dimitrov a lot of credit here. Okay, let's get into what has been going on so far in this match. Now, one thing too that is so fun to watch about Nadal and to see that he is totally back is he is back to his old self as far as moving around the court amazingly. I remember thinking, when we've seen Nadal back in the last couple of years, I'm like, he's lost a step. And it seemed like play was always just a little too fast for him as he was coming back. I also got to see him play in Cincinnati a year ago, and I noticed that he just seemed late to balls and that he wasn't hitting well on the run anymore, and that his backhand was noticeably weaker than his competition, and that he would go to the slice backhand a lot. And I think it's because he was just not completely 100% back. And one of the things that he's doing in this match is he is really coming over that backhand, and his cross-court backhand right now, because he's a lefty, it's coming from the deuce side. His cross-court backhand is very effective. He's able to really open up points with a cross-court backhand. He's also going down the line well, coming over the ball. And Nadal has really stepped up his offense. He is really taking the points to his opponents now, where in the last couple of years, he's really become even more of a retriever than he's been in his prime, and not as good as a retriever. But now he's running down balls like old Rafa, and he's stepping up. Rafa, when he's on his game, is so good at when he faces break point opportunities, just major turning point opportunities. He's so good at stepping up and going for a shot. Now, another thing, and I'd like to see Grigor, if he can start to defend this a little better, and it's hard to do because Rafa is obviously one of the greatest players of all time, is when Rafa gets down a break point, he's so good at this out wide serve. He is so good at dictating right off the serve. Not a lot of people don't think of Rafa as having a great serve, but that out wide slice serve is one of the greatest clutch serves in the history of tennis, because he gets his opponent off the court and then he opens it up and he just steps up and dominates with that play. Now, I do see Dimitrov standing a little into the alley, which I like, but I'd like to see him stand up in the alley and also pivot his shoulders to defend that ball so it can't get by him. Just like in basketball, if you're staying like this, someone can run right by you if they like to go to one side. But if you can pivot your shoulders, it gets harder to do. And so I'd like to see Dimitrov step up and pivot his shoulders just to kind of take that look away from Nadal, to show him, hey, I know you're going to go here, and I'm blocking that off. You're going to have to ace me down the middle. I think that would be a good play, and I'd love if Dimitrov could do that. And Dimitrov, what he's doing so well is, first of all, mentally, I don't know. I would love to know more about his coaching right now, because he obviously is so much more mentally tough than he's ever been. You know, the thing about Dimitrov is he's been a lot of fun to watch, but you always knew that he would, you know, just give points away, that he wasn't going to go deep in tournaments, that he could play great one match and then sloppy another match, and great one game and then the next game could not be so great. But now what he is doing is he is really, really stepping up mentally, even when he is faced with a lot of adversity. That the end of that second set, which was no, that what they were one set all. The end of the third set, there was a medical timeout, and I mean that could have shaken either player because it looked pretty serious, and it was right down by court side. And you saw the players bouncing around and practicing their shadow strokes, which is again a great tip for you guys out there. I'm an online tennis instructor. If you don't know, my website is crunchtimecoaching.com, and I always talk about the need to keep your feet moving and shadow stroking. And it's very cool to see the players do that. But what I'm trying to say there is there's so many moments where either of them could have cracked and neither of them did. And if we certainly thought one of them was going to crack, it would be Dimitrov. Now the match is on right now. I wonder if anybody stepped up. I can't see the score from here. But wow, what great tennis, guys. I want to know what you think. Who do you think is going to end up pulling out this match? And Dimitrov, I just pray that you, whether you win, lose, or draw, that you are here to stay, because tennis really, really needs you. You are so fun to watch. You are such a beautiful mover. One thing that he's doing so well is he's also he's coming over the backhand very well and hitting it up the line. He's coming over. So this is a great lesson for Fed. Fed, if you're going to play Nadal in the final, you've got to be coming over that backhand like Dimitrov. I love what Dimitrov's doing. He's coming over the backhand. He's staying offensive. He's not spraying a lot of balls. I mean, he looks rock solid. So I really, really pray that this is like Dimitrov, whether win, lose, or draw, that this is his coming out party, and that you will stick around and you will start to compete for Grand Slam titles, because he is so fun to watch. He's everything that people love to watch about Federer. A lot of variety. It just is a beautiful thing to watch. The way he moves is almost a little bit like Federer 2.0, because one thing that he does is you know, these younger guys just love to slide in the ball. So he looks a lot like Federer moving, but then he's got these shots where he's sliding into forehands and backhands. And it is just, for a tennis player, a sheer delight. Like, this is just like the biggest treat. This is, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is the best start to a year in tennis that I can remember in a long time, where it's just so interesting. There's so many great stories, and the quality of tennis is off the charts. It is just awesome. So if you like this video, I'd love a like. If you are enjoying this match, give this a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. I need your comments below. Who's going to pull this match out? I'm just looking at the TV now. I saw Dimitrov still pumping his fists. This is so great. I don't even know who I want to win, because I'm so proud of both players. And of course, now one thing that's interesting, Roger Federer did tweet or say in an interview that, you know, he'd have a slightly better chance against Dimitrov than Nadal. And of course, the game of tennis comes so much down to mental. So, you know, obviously Nadal likes the Federer-Nadal matchup. He respects Roger greatly. He is in awe of Roger, the way he can play. But yet him and Tony, they like the matchup, and they know they have a clear game plan, and Roger knows that. So obviously he'd feel more comfortable playing Dimitrov. But one thing is Dimitrov is no right-in victory. He is tough. It is not the same guy. You know, it's not baby Fed. Like, he is stepping into his own. He is, if he can stay like this, he is playing some of the greatest tennis we've ever seen, Dimitrov, in these matches. Now, the key is you got to do it week in and week out, which is the difference between Nadal and Federer and Dimitrov to this point. So I really hope that he can continue to play consistently amazing tennis like this. Wow. One of the things, too, I want to give you guys right now before I sign off is, again, I think this slice by Rafa, the slice out wide, is one of the greatest go-to plays of all time. It really opens up the court. Nothing can open up the court like a slice serve. So if you have trouble with the slice serve, I just want to show you my style of teaching. You can, after this video is uploaded on YouTube, I'm going to put in the description below and even in the comments and somewhere on the video, I will put a link to where you can take a slice serve quiz. I will identify your exact problem you're having on your slice serve, and I will help you fix it if you're a tennis player out there. That's it. I'm signing off. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and thank you for sharing this great bit of tennis history we're now watching unfold. It is a very special 2017. I'll probably be back later with some more videos.